This has got to be the stupidest thing I have ever done. I look like an absolute mess. When I moved to Berlin, I was looking for work. And I thought, okay, I'm from Dubai. What's Dubai known for? Real estate. Why don't I go into real estate? I need a job, right? So then I apply for this job as a real estate agent for Italy. I get a response from the hiring manager, who is from a very famous real estate company here in Europe. He told me, hey, great, I like your profile. Why don't you come on over to Florence and we'll have a chat? I was like, oh, fantastic. So I hop on a Flixbus from Berlin to Florence. The trip took 19 hours. I go all the way there. I go to the appointment. The guy says, hey, you know, we really like you. We really like your profile. He's telling me about all of these different properties that they have in their portfolio. He gets a phone call. He says, oh, Mario heard all about you. He wants to talk to you. And I said, oh, who's Mario? He's like, Mario is the guy who owns the branch, the sub-branch of the main branch, and he's really famous and he's really popular. And I said, okay, put him on. So Mario comes on FaceTime. He goes like, oh, I heard so much about you. We really want you on the team. I really like your CV. The hiring manager says, look, the commission is going to be 10%, but then it's going to be split up between the different parties involved. So then he says, okay, I'll send you over the contract. So I hop on the Flixbus and come back 19 hours to Berlin. The next day, I get a contract. I'm assuming it's going to be the role of a real estate agent. It says you will be like a network marketer. It was like a collaboration agreement, and I would be getting 1% commission. If I sell a 200,000 euro property, I only get to pocket 1%. That would only be 2,000 euros, and then I would have to pay taxes on it. So probably I'll end up pocketing 1,200 euros. And then there's healthcare, and then there's the pension. So technically, I would only be pocketing, if I'm lucky, 1,100. As you know, the real estate sales is not consistent income, right? So I would probably get that amount once every 2, 3, 4 months. At that point, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is not for me.